This is the most expensive barn find we've ever found. How did we do it? I don't know, but ladies and gentlemen, we found an abandoned Ferrari. A piece of Italian art left to sit in this garage untouched for the last 28 years.
I can't believe that we found this. This is ridiculous.
For the first time ever on our channel, we have a real life Ferrari. I can't believe I'm looking right now at a barn find Ferrari 512bb. And what makes this car even more fitting, aside from the fact that we found it, is that I literally just touched down from a family vacation in Italy where I got to see where my family is from, and now I'm looking at a barn find Ferrari. How many Ferraris in the world are in this condition with the bird poop probably from the 80s, and then every one of these fins is covered in some kind of debris, and I mean there's a V12 engine under here, and we haven't even seen what that looks like, but just like first impression of the car is just like, it's like from a movie. I don't know what they were using this barn for, but I'm literally walking around in hay, and everyone kind of chastises us and says like, that's not a barn find, that's not a barn find. Well, this is a barn find. Ferrari.
The wipers.
The mono.
Not one.
Oh, I didn't see this.
The little mini guy there, dude. I've never seen a wiper like that.
Oh,
I've
that's
seen the big mono.
And we have the prancing horse down here, the prancing horse up there. Big, fat front end.
And as we were trying to get it out and see if the wheels would be free, the owner showed up, so we got the backstory from him.
We are here with the owner, Mr. Chavone, and his granddaughter, Lily Chavone. Before we even get into their story, Mr. Chavone was 1 minute late just so that he could pull up in this sweet 32 Ford. Rat rod, hot rod. So anyways, he showed up in grandiose style and surprised all of us with some American muscle before we got over to the Italian sports car. I guess the first question is, where did the car come from and how long has it been in this garage?
It actually was bought at the Ed Weaver auction in Dalton, Georgia, and he had 300 cars, trucks, anything with wheels that ran. And I went because he had 6 Lamborghini Miuras, and I figured out of 6 I'm bound to find my liking. So I had my son and my nephew drive throughout the night, and I got my bidder's pass and my letter from the bank of my limits, and I purchased 2 cars, the Lamborghini Miura and the Ferrari Berlinetta Boxer.
Nuts.
The reason I chose the Boxer was because it's the model before carbureted injection, because they're more throaty when they run. And the first one, the 365bb, was faster, but not as refined. And even though it's an 81, it got limited use, garaged. And then other things took over, including children and raising children, and now we have an opportunity to admire the car.
I guess we should talk really quickly about Lily, who is a granddaughter, and she's the reason that we were able to get all this done, because I don't think you would trust us without her her vouch.
Besides that, they have a different view of life, and mine is just coasting.
Yeah.
Not today, Grandpa. Honestly, this is probably one of the more humbling experiences I think that we have ever had. You know, this is kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So definitely was not going to let me or Grandpa pass that up.
The best part is that Brent actually, we had come out here to drop off another car in this area of town, and we had been told about, you know, potentially this Ferrari, and Brent actually saw Lily walking the dog down the street and got her attention, and right now we have a Ferrari to handle.
This has been in here my entire life.
When you guys get it back, what are you gonna do with it? Is it gonna go right back in that garage?
Oh my God, no.
Well, I brought up the fact that they were going to lead me to a mechanic. Upon that discussion and confidence in the mechanic, I might have him get it running.
We've transported a lot of vehicles, and it makes the transport process of some of these more expensive and more rare vehicles a lot safer because we've done it so many times. But I figured I'd explain our thought process when it comes to moving a vehicle that's been sitting for this long. We have 2 soft shackles, so these just go over big parts of the either suspension or the chassis, somewhere that's very sturdy on the car that we don't have to worry about braking. We watch out for brake lines. When we pull the vehicle, we're pulling from both sides of the car in the middle. That way, in case there is any of these wheels that are locked up, the car will still pull straight, and hopefully those wheels will break before we get into the trailer. All right, here she goes. They're moving. I told you it was gonna roll.
So while we pull the Ferrari out, I want to ask the question of the video, so leave your answers in the comments below. Ferraris seem to be a typical dream car for a lot of people, so leave a comment what your dream car is. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, we worked really hard to get this video for you guys, so please take a second and hit that subscribe button and like the video. Let's see if we can break 50,000 likes on this. It helps us out a lot.
Oh my gosh. Dude, this is crazy.
And with the car all loaded up in the trailer, RJ had one more thing he wanted to say before we took it back to our shop.
All right, so we have the Ferrari all loaded up and we're about to head back to the shop. But before we go, we figured we would let you all know we are traveling around the United States looking for cars like these in this condition to film for the channel and make the greatest car detailing entertainment that the world's ever seen. We need your help to keep finding these cars, so please email us here at this email or contact us here at our Instagram. Send us pictures, send us where you are, but please, the cars need to be dirty. We can't do clean cars. Nobody will watch our videos. We appreciate you guys sending us the pictures of your cars, but if they aren't dirty, we can't do them. So please, only dirty cars. We put respect and privacy first and foremost when it comes to us picking up these cars. We'll do a ton of work to make sure that we take care of them and transport them safely and clean them safely. But we want to do your car. We do it all for free. We don't charge a thing. And if we can earn this gentleman's trust, we hope we can earn yours as well. With that being said, thank you very much, sir. Let's get back to the shop. We made it back safe and sound, got out of the trailer, and now we're gonna do the initial walk around and first impressions. But to help me do that is our good friend of the channel, John Sabo, who is an automotive consultant and owner of Bulletproof Performance. He knows a lot more about this car than I do. I've never looked into Ferraris because I've never even thought of the possibility of me affording one. I know nothing about this car, so we brought in the big guns to tell us a little bit about the car.
This was a car that was announced, or actually released, at the 1976 Paris Auto Show. And the first handful of years, they were all carbureted cars. They were sort of BBs, not BBIs. These cars were always two-tone. They were red up top, and this would have been dark gray / black from the bottom down. This one obviously was painted to color match top to bottom, which was not an uncommon situation in these cars.
I have no idea what BB 512 even means.
All right, here we got BB stands for Berlinetta Boxer, roughly 5 liters of displacement, 12 cylinders. The BB was never sold in North America. They were all just imported. You can see right here that somebody made some grassroots license plate bracket because you got your holes for your European style license plate and this chicken wire with the US spaced out bolts. All right, RJ, I want you to grab in the wheel well and put most of your pressure there.
Oh, that's easy.
And then just kind of walk it up. I'm impressed those still work.
Oh my God.
Look at that rat's nest.
Look at this thing. Oh, whoa. Holy crap. Should we pop these off and check what it looks like underneath?
Yeah.
I bet you the nest is huge in
See
there.
the top of the carburetors?
That's scary. I hope they're not trashed. Oh, they're nice. What do you think? We can put power to it and try and start it?
I would suggest not. Actually, pretty clean down there.
I don't think you can find these at AutoZone though if you need replacements. They probably special order. Piece uniques.
Piece of geeks. Yeah, there you go. Get a little AP action, a little.
How much time and how much capital does it take to get this
How
car?
long did you say this thing was roughly sitting for?
I think he said like in 1987, something like that.
Yeah, I would be taking this whole thing apart. I would be checking
Full rebuild?
everything. Full rebuild. It's not a 0 mile car. Would it have 19,000 miles if we did the calculation from kilometers?
What the heck is a kilometer?
I mean, you could be easily over 40, 50K just
Oh
from
my
mowing.
God. Wow. Brian, you can get 2 of your WRXs for 1 engine rebuild. So now that we've gotten the back clamshell lifted up and taken a look at the engine, we wanted to take a look at the front because we're searching for a very specific tool in order to take these wheels off. These are the first wheels that we've ever worked with that are center locking, and I don't have any tools.
We'll call them knockoffs. Center lock's a little on the modern side. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, not so like you literally
You
knock
literally
it off?
knock them off. There should be a lead hammer in a toolkit here that we're looking for that actually destroys itself so you do not damage.
So I shouldn't use like a rubber mallet. I need to use the hammer.
I'll recommend against it.
Okay.
And again, you want to grab on the wheel well.
It's crazy that the headlights don't move up with it. Look at that. Look at the little briefcase. And it's got the prancing horse on it. That's sweet.
And these cars did have a 20-inch spare tire.
It's right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Look at this. How cool is that? Man, the Italians did do their toolkits right. Comes with a little key and everything so you can lock it so someone can take your tools.
They got another toolkit.
Oh, all right.
These things are actually not the easiest things to source either. Value is definitely high on these. There you go. There's your lead hammer. Lead hammer to take off your knockoffs. You can see it's definitely been done before, and you can see how it actually sacrifices itself for the betterment of the knockoff nut. Now, Ferrari does usually give you a couple extra belts. And you got your jack, and I'm assuming this is a safety triangle, but I could be wrong. Nope, yep, safety triangle.
Whoa, look at that too. Wow.
You got fuses, you got bulbs, you got tools.
This is never used, none of it. You're telling me that I have to swing this very hard and hit that there?
Beat on her.
Apparently I'm supposed to hit this Ferrari with this hammer, so. Dude, this feels so wrong. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would never have done that without you, John. You want to hit the Ferrari with a hammer, Brent? Here, put the camera down, swing a hammer at it. Now that we have the front clam up, we can actually see the headlight. And I didn't realize, I thought it was going to be one square bulb. It's two circular bulbs.
The coach work on this car, as well as many other Ferraris through years, were done by Pininfarina. Pininfarina had a long line of cars through the years through many manufacturers, including your Cadillac Alante. One of the things that made the 512 so iconic, which I highly recommend you watch the video for I Can't Drive 55, Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker, who also was the lead singer of Van Halen and a big time Ferrari collector through the years. Michael Anthony had a red 512 BBI. I was part of the selling team of that. I was lucky enough to get to drive them, enjoy them, and now I get the opportunity of watching you guys take this one to the next level.
All right, John, thank you very much for stopping by and informing us on the BB512. I learned a lot of stuff that I would have looked up on Google and probably have gotten wrong. And if you guys need any automotive consultation or brokering, John's the guy. He'll find you the car that you want and the spec that you want, and in the condition that you want to buy it in. You can DM him here at his Instagram handle, but we need to get washing this car because we have another friend of the channel that's gonna come and help us take care of the exterior of this car. So we have to make sure it's all prepped and ready for him.
So the first thing we're gonna do before washing the car is actually vacuum everything off of it. That way it's not getting blown all over our shop and getting wet to make it a mess later on.
All right, so I'm here with the Ferrari, looking at this beautiful wheel that's in some dire need of help. We are going to be trying to care for this car as best as we can, so we're not going to use anything aggressive on this wheel. On the tires, we'll be using Puro, and then on the rims, we will be using just an iron remover and agitation by hand. So I do have one question for you guys, because this has these air covers that are Ferrari air covers. Now, I wonder if these are actually original. I think they might be, but a lot of companies had like replica kits where you can, buy these. Brent thinks for sure that they're original, and I think they are too, because they are really, really nice quality. This doesn't feel like some chintzy stuff. Let me know in the comments, did this car come with this from the factory? Because I've never seen a car, especially from the 80s, come with something like that.
And now is the part I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for. We're gonna pressure wash off the car, but first we're gonna put a pre-rinse on it, which is our Puro all-purpose cleaner. When we do this, it's gonna lift a lot of the dirt up off of the paint so we can safely remove it with the pressure washer. And if you guys are interested in Puro or you need an all-purpose cleaner in general, I highly recommend trying it out. It's the best stuff on the market. The link is in the description below, or you can go to purocarcare.com. And as you'll notice, we put some tape over the window where that crack was at. Is it going to stop all the water from the pressure washer going into the car? No, but it is going to stop a majority of it, even though later we're going to take the interior apart and clean it all anyways. It's not the biggest deal, but we're taking every precaution we can. And that's really just because we can't put any power to the car, so we can't roll the windows up. And while we're on the rear end, I have to say this is probably one of the most beautiful rear ends to a car I've ever seen in person. And that sparks my curiosity. What do you think is the most beautiful rear end on any car ever? Now to wash the engine, we're going to be extra safe. We have no power to this car, and we're going to put plastic bags over the intakes. That way no water gets up in there and causes any kind of damage.
All right, now that the Ferrari is all washed, we're gonna go ahead and use an iron remover to pull any rail dust or iron particles that might be stuck in the paint, and then we'll go ahead and clay it down, dry it up, and get ready to polish.
On to the interior of the Ferrari. This feels really special. This is the only time I've ever actually been sat in one of the older Ferraris like this. I've seen some newer ones, but this thing having a gated manual shifter with a dog box gear, so first gear is actually towards the rear. It's just so cool. The gauge cluster, everything is just set up towards the driver, and it's in kilometers too, which is kind of different. I don't think we've ever done any cars that have had that either. This Ferrari only has 31,075 kilometers, which is roughly about 19,000 miles. Which kind of sounds like a lot for an old Ferrari, but the interior, besides being a total mess right now, looks like it's going to clean up really nice. A question that we get asked often is, what is this little brown stuff that you'll see in interiors that we're usually doing? Sadly, what that really is mouse droppings, old mouse droppings that get smeared into the interior. That's what happens when mice get into cars, and that's why you don't want them in your car. In high traffic spots, you can see it drags. What happens is they kind of drag it on their feet or like smush it down, almost like you're stepping in mud, which makes it a hassle to clean. And what we want to do is make sure that we don't damage this interior. So we're going to have to do some light test spots with different products to make sure that we are as safe as we can be on this interior and not cause any damage whatsoever. That's a lot of stuff. What is all this white material? This is like fabric. And I also noticed, like other old vehicles that I've worked on before, this Ferrari has a button-in interior. You could actually just take out the entire carpet and clean it outside the vehicle, which is gonna make it a lot better for us.
Now to clean the seats and any of the other leather, what we're going to do is we're going to spray the cleaner on it and then use our hands to massage it into every single pore. Then use a brush to really agitate it and then wipe it all away. And unfortunately, a lot of this stuff isn't going to come out 100% brand new because it is genuine leather and the mice droppings etched into it. And in order to make it perfect again, we would have to sand it down and re-dye it. Then after cleaning all the leather, we're going to condition it to try to make it come back to life and be a little bit softer again. Alrighty guys, I'm pulling up to the Cleveland airport now to pick up our special guest that we flew in just to help us with this video. Guys, it's Jason Kilmer. He's here to help us with the Ferrari. Jason, are you ready to hammer down?
Yeah.
Jason Kilmer is regarded as one of the top paint correction specialists in the entire world, where his specialty is wet sanding. He's been part of many award-winning builds where he won the Riddler twice, once in 2008 and again in 2013. And he's also had 2 class winners at Pebble Beach in 2008 and 2010. What makes his talent in the awards even more special is Jason was born with cerebral palsy, more specifically hemiplegia, affecting his complete right side of his body, and also he has lack of depth perception in his left eye. He's had to spend many years overcoming his challenges and perfecting his craft, and he was the only person we trusted to bring in to detail this Ferrari.
Mr. Kilmer, you made it all the way to Cleveland to help us with the most expensive car that we've ever had on the channel. So first off, thank you for making the trip.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Jason Kilmer was the gentleman who taught me everything I know about polishing. So it's just awesome that you were able to make the trip out here to help us with the most expensive car that we've ever worked on.
So the first thing we have back in the day was single stage paint. So that is color, which is red, and then the shiny stuff, which is not clear coated, but it's all mixed into one. So this doesn't have a separate clear coat like the newer modern cars do, where it's color and then clear. This is all mixed into one. Looks like a critter got loose somewhere somehow and had fun on this car, tap dancing.
Yeah, it looks like we have 1 paw, 2 paw, 3 paw,
Yeah.
4 paw. So they were probably trying to crawl up and slide and back down the bumper, and then we have another
Random isolated defect.
What is the odds that we're going to be able to remove this deep scratch right here near the Ferrari symbol?
Sure, my goal on something like this is let's retain as much paint on this as possible, but also improve that scratch. So my goal is just to remove the white of the scratch, really.
We have some serious, this is probably the worst panel on the whole entire car as far as the scratching goes, I'd say. But I mean, it looks like they were trying very hard, or they were sliding from the top and just ripping their claws down the side panel right here.
Yeah, we have some more in-ground dirt here that we'll take off, bodywork issues.
Even more check marks and crow's feet, which is the bodywork underneath the paint. And there's unfortunately nothing that we're going to be able to do to fix that detailer's perspective.
Yeah, that's a full-on, essentially a restoration is what this car needs.
So now that we know all that, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the interior before we address the entire exterior.
So to make it easier in polishing everything that you see that's painted red here on the clamshell, we're actually going to remove these pieces and take it over to Jason, because these are a little bit more finicky and difficult to clean and make shiny again. So he's going to show you guys how he would attack these.
These covers, it's a satin paint, so we don't necessarily want to polish it. So we're going to go kind of an old school traditional method. This is a cleaner wax. Take the supplied applicator and we're just going to gently massage. As this is a satin paint, it's just kind of going to clean and protect. As we can see the black, take our microfiber towel here. And again, it really doesn't restore it all, but this is oxidized. And so this is a clean, presentable look right there.
Now we're gonna lift the car in the air so we can take the wheels off and clean those off the car, the wheel wells, and the undercarriage. Also, how cool is this spare? Jason, what is he doing?
I don't know.
Bro, tell me.
He's having fun.
Dude, come on now. Tell me that's not me, bro.
So we've got this deep scratch here. Nice thing about single stage is it sands pretty easy. And I think we're gonna be able to get rid of most of this scratch right here. And this is just 3000 grit. Check our progress. Now we're gonna use the rotary with a wool pad and some over compound and polish those scratches I put on them. We have the slat. So the best way to really get these is honestly the old school way. We're gonna do it old school. Microfiber towel. Old school would be terry cloth towel or the old t-shirts. We're gonna use old microfiber and just go in a back and forth motion. This way I have nice control. We could use a buffer, but this is actually just a little bit easier. You gotta have that control in these areas.
And now after many hours of polishing done, we're gonna go ahead and put the back together. And finally, we're gonna wrap up everything into the details. So I'm gonna clean the tool briefcase because it definitely needs it and deserves it. We'll dress the tires, clean the windows, seal the car, and it's good to go. If you guys enjoyed the video, again, make sure you like and subscribe because we really appreciate it and we could not be doing this without you. And wait till the end of the video because we have the owner's reaction.
All right, so we have the Ferrari back safe and sound. I think it looks amazing, and the family is right around the corner. We're about to bring them over and have them all react. Let's go get them.
Sorry. So excited.
Oh, God. It's deeper red than I remember. Absolutely.
Holy crap, it's so
It's
beautiful.
lovely.
You're
Look how shiny.
lying.
Wow, it's like a real car.
It actually exists.
You guys did so good.
Yeah, it looks very nice. Very, absolutely.
Wow.
Does it look like when you got it?
Oh my God.
More brilliant. More brilliant. I mean, really. Yeah, it's intimidating, especially with carburetors.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And
You
you
can get it to run now.
oh, I know that.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the end of the Ferrari video. This was an absolute milestone for us here at WD. We had just hit the 1 million subscriber mark. Thank you to everyone who supported us. Because of you guys, we get to meet great people and work on phenomenal cars. And thank you for the trust and everything that...
Well, believe me, I've been with quite a few people that question how thorough I was in researching yourselves. And I said I had great confidence from the beginning. And then when they said, you know, Jason was coming in, who's, in my conversation with him, find out he's quite a knowledgeable man. And we like the same things.
Yeah, yeah, a lot in common. Yeah.
Boy,
yeah.
oh boy. I just want to enjoy
enjoy what
the
you have.
exhilaration of standard shift.
Yeah.
If you really want to know the truth,
Yeah.
if I can get on it and feel good about
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
you come back and you got a different frame of mind
You do.
in an hour.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what transpired before you left.
Exactly. It just goes away.
No, our experience was very good with you folks. You may be back to get something else.
I sure hope so. There's no greater compliment than the one that you just gave us there. To trust us with a car like this, and I guess I should thank Jason as well to come out here and help us with this.
My pleasure.
You know, we said it at the beginning. We talked briefly, and you said you know, sometimes things just work out, and I guess that's why they call it fate.
It's also called destiny.
Yeah.
The way you folks got involved, that just was to happen.
Hopefully the next stage for this car is a mechanical restoration, because seeing this thing back on the road and hearing that 12-cylinder engine roar again is something that I think we all need to
We
experience.
need to hear.
So if you guys want to see this Ferrari start and kind of get an update later on, maybe in a couple months after some of the mechanical work's done, then definitely subscribe. Hit like if you want this video to reach more people. Check out Jason Kilmer for detailing tips, tricks. If you want to go and learn from the best, go and train with him. And thank you guys again so much for 1 million subscribers. We live our dream every day, and we couldn't be more appreciative of everything that you guys have given us. So without you, this is not possible. Thank you guys so much. We absolutely love you, and we will see you next week. All right, guys, so we have to take a quick second because I just received something in the mail and me and Brent just opened it up, but it's nothing other than our 1 million subscriber plaque. And I'm a bit speechless. This whole entire journey over the last 4.5 years has changed mine and Brent's lives. It's made us better human beings, better friends. We can provide for our family better, and it would not be without the support of everyone that has watched the video, liked the video, subscribed to our channel. Without you guys, we literally would not be here, and life would not be nearly as beautiful and fun. So thank you guys so much.
Mike can't be here right now, but we wanted to say thank you on his behalf too. And yeah, we started this channel 4 years ago with no intentions of doing anything but showing people us cleaning dirty cars. And it's completely changed our lives for the better. I struggle with anxiety problems. RJ and Mike have helped me completely do a 180 in my life. And yeah, we're just so excited about this, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. So with that being said,
I never thought we'd be here, but look at us now, baby.
1 million. Thank you guys.